פותח את ידיך ומצביע לכל חי רצון ברוך אתה השם הזן את הכל.
It's Friday morning and we're sitting here with all these cameras set up. Whatever we're doing, we're not working, I promise you. And the question is, for many people, they would be busy right now. Because why not? Busy is good. So what are we doing Friday morning not working?
Got a bunch of busy people out there now.
Look, they're hunking because they're busy. So what's
But they want to be busy, right?
They want to be busy. So what's the difference? So on behalf of Beyond Social Agency, and David is on here on behalf of Brand Hero, both of us are motivated to build companies that are not just about making money. We can do that too, and we will do that.
It's important that the company makes money.
Correct.
But we believe that money comes if we do everything else correctly and we service a population and a market well, then money comes. It's a byproduct of doing things well, not the goal.
So for us, we're sitting here Friday morning focusing on making sure that one of those components takes place, which is that the fulfillment of the people that we work with increases. And we want people that are part of our organizations to be feeling like they're growing, not just financially, but in every other way that's important to them as well, more specifically in Ruchnius.
And we find that just in general, the hardest challenge of growing a business is the people part, because we're complicated, emotional people, and we have to learn how to get along with each other and get along with ourselves. And we find that, like, if you're just entering the workforce, the biggest challenges that really come up are how to deal with your own success and how to deal with your own failures and how to deal with your own stuff so that you could be a functional person that's able to grow and able to receive the blessings that are there.
Yeah, I think we can jump fast forward to like the most successful people in the world, and some of the most successful people in the world are all about being able to maintain balance and that productivity when things are so heavy and stressful.
Right, consistency.
And it's just like cutting through. So all of that is being like, it's all the emotional and mental and spiritual preparation that you can do on yourself to prepare you for the big bad world.
I actually heard from Seth Godin, he says, if you have writer's block, or if you're a creative and you have writer's block, and you don't know what to paint, some people take the approach where they get inspired and then they quickly do it. He has a different approach. He says, every day, you show up, do the work, and publish. All right, so it gets you over the perfection syndrome, but also it's more important, the consistency of just doing the work is so powerful. And I think we were speaking about previously how that really plays into like the whole idea of Hishtadlus a little bit, right? So you have this concept of what is success? Like for success for you is different than maybe success for someone else, but what it's not, and I think the important part for everyone listening is success is not making the $1 million that you're trying to make. The success is following the plan that you set out that will make you the $1 million, right? I think that's the distinction that we find, and that fits into what we learn like in Judaism about Hishtadlus. You do the effort here, and it comes from there, and that's really what it's trying to say is our jobs are just to cover up the miracle that of attaining our goals. So the way we do that is we do the work that should result in the success. But that work isn't what makes the success. There's a split between success and the work we did. And if you realize the work you did was the work you had to do, but the success came from somewhere else, a cosmic force brought you the success, it's easier to move forward and do the work. I saw a great sales coach said, making the 100 calls you're supposed to make is success. If nobody answered the phone and nobody bought from you, it's still a success. Go have a party because you succeeded. The success comes from doing the work every single day. It will come, guaranteed.
Yeah, so you have the Hishtadlus being counterweighted by a person's individual bitachon.
Sure.
And it's maintaining an equilibrium over there, and can measure it with how much bitachon you have. That's how little Hishtadlus you have to do. But regardless of where you're holding at any given point in your life, you're going to have to balance both of them. So, for us sitting here right now, this is part of our balance, where we're able to, this is our plan. If we can provide fulfillment to other people, that perhaps they'll be able to rely on some of our experiences and some of our stories and be able to use that for their plan. So that's our plan. So we don't have to, I'm not going to charge you to watch this video. It's free wherever you're watching it or listening to it. But for me, that's part of my plan. That's part of my Hishtadlus.
Right. But I think the real takeaway is, for everybody at home who's watching or at your office, the takeaway is success and Hishtadlus means actually having a plan. That's step one. So many people come in here.
And sticking to it.
Oh, that's step two. So many people come in here, and they just copy what everyone else is doing. They never really sat down and said, what is the plan? What do I really believe for me? Not him, because I'm different than him. We're going to have to get into that. For me, how do I get to success? What's the plan? And then actually write down a plan. I believe I have to make 100 calls. I believe I have to do, you hire this. I have to invest in there. Whatever it is, the plan is. I have to show up and work 9 to 5 and do whatever your plan is. First step, have a plan. Second step, follow the plan regardless of the success that comes from the plan. So you give yourselves 3 months or a month or a week and say, I'm following the plan for this amount of time without judging success based on it. I'm just going to follow the plan because that's what I believe my Hishtadlus should be. And then afterwards, evaluate, was it a good plan, right? Did I succeed with it in making the money I wanted to make? And then you say, let me reevaluate it. What's my new plan going forward? And through this reiteration, you'll get somewhere.
Just sitting here thinking, this just popped in my head, I wonder if quitting is, to a certain extent, it probably is, to a certain extent, a lack of bitachon.
For sure.
And it's basically saying, yeah, God, I said I was going to do this plan because that's my Hishtadlus, and I know that in doing this plan, you're going to take care of me, but 3 days in, sorry, I changed my mind. Hashem doesn't change his mind for you. What are you doing for him?
Right. And it comes down to the belief of saying my actions don't cause the success. So if you believe that your action causes the success, you did it one time, it didn't work,
right.
Change, right? That's our gut.
Right.
Because I believe that I'm the one who's doing it.
Who's in control.
But if you realize that you're not the one in control, and you're just meant to be the person who follows the plan, that's your goal, follow the plan, then if you give up, like you're saying, it's really a deficiency in your bitachon.
Yeah.
That's really powerful.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah. So we'd love to hear what you guys think about that.
Baruch